So being raw to me is being in the here and now, living in the present, right? As is. That is what raw is to me. Raw is it. Raw is what it is. There's no resistance, right? When we eat raw foods in their natural state, how they are, just perfectly, right? Matching us. I ask myself, does the animal match me, who I am, what I need, what my body requires? No, it doesn't. Because the brain alone runs off of not fat, not protein, but sugar or carbohydrate, right? The brain runs off of carbohydrate. So that's why the raw food diet makes sense. Like, why do we feel good, only feel like, wow, this is so great when we eat ice cream? Or why do we feel so good when we ate cake or cupcakes or sweet stuff like cookies? Why did that make us feel happier and better, right? Well, fruit was put here for a reason. It's like God made this thing called fruit, that it's just the perfect package of vitamins, minerals, purified water, fiber, right? It's a perfect food. There's no other food like it, just because it matches what we are essentially, right? We're only made up of the stars, right? If you break us back down to our truest, purest form, what are we? Carbon, pretty much. We all would break down into the same things, phosphorus, right? All these organic compounds are what builds our bones, builds our tissues, our muscles, right? Our muscles are what? 70% water, pretty much. So this is why I came to this way of eating, this way of living, because it's like natural. It's like amazing. It's just seemed the right thing. It just felt right to me. That's why I came to this lifestyle. And that's all it feels. It feels right when I eat fruit. It just feels amazing. And there's no other food that does that for me. I don't plan on going back to eating any other way. I don't plan on going back to cook food. I don't like the way it made me feel. I don't like, the effect it had on me afterwards, right? You know, everybody has their own view of how food affects them, but I find that fruit is the perfect food. One, it does no harm to my body, and two, it does no harm to the environment, right? How can a tree be grown, right, from a tiny seed, small tiny seed? What is it getting? Water and photosynthesis from the sun, and it grows huge, and then it bears these fruits that are just so high in nutrients, and everything we need, right? If the body runs off glycogen 24/7, 365 days a year, it only makes sense to be eating foods that are rich in simple sugars and carbohydrate, right? Which is fruit. So, what McDougal does and Esselstyn, that's all cool, but I find that fruit is healthier than starch. Mangoes, good over potatoes any day, right? And plus, I don't have to prepare them or I don't have to cook them and I don't have to clean up. So much more simple. So I like to go right to the source, right to fruit. That's the ideal, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna do a video once a week on my fruit stash for the week. What I get here in South Florida, pretty amazing stuff. So happy with that. Um, and a health update soon. Stay tuned and I'll see you next time. Peace.